everyone, welcome back to my channel. Excuse the hair and lack of makeup, and I'm a mess basically. I'm a mess. The kitchen's a mess. I have dishes. I have frozen lemon melting. I have egg yolks over here. I have a slice over here, which recipe coming very soon. And I have egg whites over here. I have butter softening. I have a tea made. Basically, I'm a mess and I'm making so many things in the kitchen today that everything's just crazy. So it's 2 days before Christmas. So I'm getting in the Christmas baking done, ready for Christmas Day. I'm also, what this video is about, in more of a vlog style with terrible lighting. I'm sorry about that, but my kitchen is very dark, so here we are. But today this video is on a Yule Log. I believe that's what they're called. I've never made one before, so this is going to be very interesting. I've already made some things already yesterday just so that I could streamline today's baking process, because it's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm nowhere near where I wanted to be by this time. So to make a Yule Log you need first a sponge, 2 a filling, and 3 an icing. So I've made a classic chocolate buttercream but with cream cheese in it to make it extra delicious. And for the filling I've made a classic ganache, which is just chocolate and cream, but I've whipped them together so that they're nice and fluffy, almost like a mousse. And that's going to be in the chocolate sponge of the Yule Log. Now this is obviously a Chocoholics Yule Log. I don't particularly like cream that much, so I don't like cream fillings. That's why we have a chocolate mousse filling. So let's get started. For the sponge, we need to take 4 egg yolks and 4 egg whites. As you can see, I've already whisked these, so you want to whisk these to a soft peak. As you can see, it still jiggles. I've already done this because, again, angles in this kitchen and lighting, it's just terrible. So we need 4 of those and 4 egg yolks. So to the egg yolks we're going to add some sugar. So as you can see, we've whisked these until they're light and pale and creamy. This is what I believe is called a fat-free sponge. So there's no butter, there's no oil, it's just the eggs and all the dry ingredients. So now we're going to add our flour, cocoa, baking powder, and just a touch of coffee just to really enhance that chocolate flavor. And then we have that. So now we're going to gently fold through the egg whites. So to fold through egg whites, we're going to take about 1/3 of the mixture, so 1/3 of these, and just plop it in there. And we're just going to sort of mix it through just to loosen this mixture, because this is going to give it more moisture, and then it's also going to be giving it the light airy texture that we want. See there, it's more of a mixture. So now we're just going to add a touch more of the egg whites, and this time we're going to be more gentle and we're going to fold these through. And finally, the last lot of egg whites. Just like that. See, we've got a nice airy texture. Now we're going to put it in a pan and place it in the oven. So I've lined a 9x13 pan. I hope it's big enough. And I also hope it's not too big, but I think we'll be fine, because we don't want a really tall sponge, because we want a nice thin sponge to be able to roll. In fact, I'm wondering if this needs to be a bigger pan. But oh well, we'll wing it, we'll see what happens. No, actually I don't like how thick that is. Is that too thick? It's quite a thick sponge. I feel like it needs to be thinner. You know what? I'm going to go to a bigger pan. Luckily, I actually have a bigger pan. Question is if I can actually swap them over without making a huge mess. Oh my gosh, it's gonna go everywhere. Holy crap. Okay, relatively successful. That wasn't so bad. Alright, I feel like this is better. So now I'm going to place it in the oven, it's going to cook, and I'll see you back here very soon. And I'm back. I've now cooked the sponge, as you will be able to see over here. So it's lovely and soft and spongy, like it should be, sponge. Over here I have a piece of baking paper with some cocoa on it, and I'm just going to transfer the sponge to that and then roll it while it's still warm. It's important to do it while it's warm so that you can avoid cracking. Well, that's the theory anyway. So I need to tip the sponge if it would not stick to this. What the heck? No. Okay, now I'm going to flip onto... Oh, whoa, okay. This is not going well. I'm probably blocking the whole camera, I'm sorry if I am. But this was not as smooth as I expected it to be. So now I'm going to peel off this paper. I've got cocoa everywhere. Oh, this is so sticky. Oh, no, 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 Rick. It's okay. It's alright. It'll be fine. So that's the sponge. We'll just pretend it didn't happen. So now from there we have to take this and roll it while it's warm. Oh, this is going surprisingly well. Okay. Cool, so it rolled really easily, and now we've got to let this cool completely. So I might end up throwing this in the fridge for a couple of hours because it has to be completely cool before we obviously ice it and all that sort of stuff. Otherwise the icing and the mousse will melt and then it'll just be a big mess. So I'm going to put this in the fridge. I cannot believe how well that went after the rocky beginning. But yeah, I'll see you soon. And we're back again. I'm about to get the sponge out of the fridge because I wanted to quickly chill it, and it's already cold. Doesn't take very long at all. And now we're going to fill it and ice it. So let's go. So this is what I'm going to put it on to serve. So I'm just going to unroll the sponge carefully. Unroll. Oop, there's that hole that we don't talk about. So now I'm going to roll it, but this time without the baking paper in between, for obvious reasons. We don't want to eat baking paper. Again, there's the rip, but I'm going to make sure it's in the middle so that no one knows. So now I'm just going to chop a slice off on an angle, just a little slice, and this is going to be the branch from the log. As you can see, that's my log. It is packed full of filling, probably too much filling, but I like more filling than cake. So now I'm just going to top it with the icing which I have here. I'm just going to do, because I've never done this before, I'm going to use a knife and just do a light layer first because I don't want to ruin my log. And I feel like I might do that. So I've finally covered the whole log, and now I'm just gonna create some bark, if that's what you want to call it. We have this tutorial, so I'm going to slice a piece off and I'm going to get some photos, and this should be up on Christmas Eve 2009. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for all the bad lighting, the bad hair, all that jazz. Like I said, I'm a mess. The kitchen's a mess. I've got the drawers open. I've got more dishes. I've already done one lot today. But anyway, we're here. We have a Yule log, and I am in a sugar coma currently. So I will see you next time. Merry Christmas.